The MTHFR gene mutation is a methylation mutation. So about 40% of the population has this genetic mutation, and many providers and patients don't really know what it is or test for it. So it makes it difficult for patients to break down folic acid. And folic acid is the synthetic form of folate. Our crops don't have very much nutrition. Our soil is depleted in nutrition, and so our crops get sprayed with synthetic vitamins before they get produced or made into different things like bread and pasta. So when you read ingredients on that, it will say fortified or enriched. Fortified or enriched means they're spraying these crops with the synthetic vitamins, and people with that genetic mutation cannot take folic acid and turn it into the useful form folate. And downstream, what happens is you get an elevation of something called homocysteine. Homocysteine is an amino acid that causes inflammation in the body and wreaks havoc on the body. So I like to test the MTHFR gene in all of my patients to make sure that I'm not adding fuel to the fire. And I always tell them, like, don't eat processed foods, don't eat things that say fortified or enriched. Although that's easy to say, it's not so easy to do because most things are. So if you've got that, you can either have one or two of those genetic mutations. And if you've got two, it's even more likely that you'll have elevation in homocysteine and low B12 and low folate. So whenever you read vitamin labels, make sure it says folate and not folic acid. So look at your vitamins and look at the back, and if it says folic acid, then you're getting a synthetic form of folate. And then you want to look out for B12. So B12, you can either get the methylcobalamin, which is what I recommend, versus cyanocobalamin, which is the synthetic form. You can't break that down. So ask your primary care provider to run an MTHFR test on you to see, and also always I test for homocysteine and B12 and folate. So I hope that helps a little bit, but again, 40% of the population has this, so it's important to find out if you do. It's a one-time test. You either do or you don't. You're not going to develop it later in life. Thanks, guys.